Hi guys, Dazzie with another episode of my top 20 selling comic books of the week. This time it is episode 138, and tonight I will be discussing the best selling comics on eBay for the week ending the 18th of June 2021. Now, since coverprice.com came on the scene, they've become a go-to spot for watching eBay trends on comics, and they scour thousands of eBay sales to culminate data to spotlight the hottest selling books. As always guys, let's find out if you can beat me. Most people normally do. Starting in, of course, at number 20 is a very hot independent series that has just come out, and most covers for this book are heating up and heating up quickly. The book number 20 on our list is The Nice House on the Lake, issue number 1, the Werther Dell'Edera 1 in 25 incentive. Here is your book, guys, and it is a nice cover. If I can find the regular cover for a regular price, I think I might snag one, because it after all comes from James Tynion, and we know his track record of late with Something Is Killing the Children and Department of Truth. What numbers did this incentive do? Because this was a scarce one and most people had to turn online to pick it up. Well, it sold 21 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 150%, with a high sale raw copy going for a nice $65. Number 19 on our list is another recent book, and this time we're talking DC. And this is the issue where Nightwing, or Dick Grayson's sister, Melinda Zucco, makes her first appearance as the new mayor of Bloodhaven. What book is it? It is Nightwing, issue 78. Yeah, I have it, and I was very surprised to still find this a week or so after in Forbidden Planet in Bristol. I paid £3.35 for my copy. This is the regular Bruno Redondo cover, and this book could be a long-term hold. It sold 39 copies. It had a 7-day trend plus 84%, with a high sale raw copy going for $61. I'm happy enough to pay £3.35. You know my thoughts on new books. If I can pick them up for cover price, I'm on it. If not, not for me. Number 18, another new book, and this is a very scarce book because it comes from a little known publisher called Fantagraphics. Number 18 on our list is Red Room, issue number 1. This was a book I was looking for on a recent trip to Bristol, but with no joy. Red Room number 1. I've heard nothing but good things about it, actually. I know very little about it, but it's a horror title, I believe, and we know what indie horror books are doing at the moment. This book sold 25 copies. It had a 7-day trend plus 133%, with a high sale raw copy going for $11.29. It's still on my radar if I can find one for cheap. This book isn't cheap anymore. It came out as a reprint. It comes from Boom Studios. This is the cheapest version of number 1, because the regular cover to this book, guys, is pure fire, and it is probably the biggest independent book since The Walking Dead. We are talking Something Is Killing the Children, issue number 1, and this is the 2020 Local Comic Shop Day exclusive foil edition. Okay, I received this as an act of kindness from my good friend JT Rogers, so it's actually a freebie for me. And I'm normally not the biggest fan of reprints, but when it comes to a big book like this, yeah, happy to have it. Rules remain over $35. This book sold 28 copies. It had a 7-day trend plus 119%, with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for a whopping $169.99. We know the title, guys. Something Is Killing the Children. I do have the regular cover, which I paid £4.35 for. Quick rundown of the story. A small American town in crisis is visited by a strange woman who claims she can see and slay the invisible monsters that are savagely killing their children. James Tynion is in talks to get this option. That's the regular Werther Dell'Edera cover. I also have the variant from Jay Lee and June Chung. Again, $4.35 for that one. And a recent addition to my Something is Killing the Children #1 collection is the 8th printing, another AOK from JT Rogers. And this was an issue where you could, for every 2 copies ordered of Berserker 2, the comic shop is eligible to receive 1 copy of the 8th printing. So it's a pretty scarce one, this one. A great title. Number 16 on our list, a book from 1977. And we know right now that Star Wars is pure fire. I'm watching the Bad Batch at the moment, thoroughly enjoying it. It was not, I've just seen the episode Reunion, the latest one out. Great to see a familiar face returning. Hoping to see that character in a Disney Plus live action show. But in the meantime, the book that started it all has been climbing and climbing. The book in question, one of only 10 slabs in my collection, is Star Wars #1 from 1977. Yeah, mine's only a 5.5, but it's such a good issue, guys. You got the first appearance of so many great things in this book. Luke, Vader, Leia, it's all there. First Death Star, I believe, the first Millennium Falcon, first Jabba, you name it, first Stormtroopers, Jawas, it's all there. And this issue sold 16 copies. It had a 7-day trend plus $225, and a high sale CGC 9.4 went for a whopping $732.62. Yeah, mine's 5.5, but it presents nicer than that in my opinion, and I'm a harsh grader. Bought this off from one of my friends for £100. So I thought that was a good buy. I would like to complete that initial Marvel run at some point. I've got most of the keys now. I just sold another copy of First Lando, Star Wars 43 the other day. Of course, we're getting a Lando show as well. Number 15 on our list. And this is another book from Boom Studios. And this is a title by the name of Eve, and it's garnering more and more attention. Number 15 on our list is Eve #2, and this is the Dan Mora 1 in 10 incentive. I do like this. It's a Virgin variant. Look at that cover. That's a cracker. I know very little about the title. You know I don't pick up too many new books. But it sold 33 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 120%, and a high sale raw copy went for $33.90. Boom are a really good company, and they produced a lot of big books. If you haven't checked out my small publishers showcase video, check them out. There's a lot of Boom Studios involved in that. Now, number 14 on our list. And this comes from 2008, and it is a Marvel book. And there's been a lot of news recently about the character Scar. And Scar is supposedly going to come into the She-Hulk TV show. Whether that happens, I don't know. The Red Hulk has also been talked up. Dare I say it, would we get A-Bomb at some point as well? It seems to be going the Hulk's route. Well, his first appearance of Scar is in What If Planet Hulk. And then World War Hulk jumped up in price. That was number 5. However, after those issues, collectors are turning to this book. Number 14 on our list is Scar, Son of Hulk, issue number 1. Another book that's on my radar. I certainly wouldn't be paying a lot of money for it, but if I can find it for cover price, I'll snag one. If there's a flip to be made, I will probably do just that. There's not too much in the guts other than the first Scar solo title. The book sold 11 copies, had a 7-day trend plus 377%, with a high sale for a raw copy of $34.99. Number 13 on our list, and along with Namor possibly appearing in Black Panther 2, a couple of other characters were mentioned that could be possible villains, and one of those is Atuma, an Atlantean warlord. And Atuma first appears in the Silver Age in 1964's Fantastic Four, issue 33. I can't imagine too many of us will have that book. It's been on my radar for a long time actually, because Atuma is one of the characters in my encyclopedia. And you know me, I like to tick off those characters. Well, Atuma's first appearance in this issue sold 16 copies at a 7-day trend plus 275% with a high sale raw copy going for $340. Wow, 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 raw. I tell you what, have you ever known times like eBay at the moment? You know, I'm a buyer and a seller. It's a great time to be a buyer, but I'm staying off buying, that's for sure. I've got a good haul coming though soon. I've just picked up a nice little lot from Worcester and Cardiff. The haul will be coming possibly tomorrow. Number 12 on our list is a book from Image Comics, and Deadline recently announced that Willip Partners with Todd McFarlane are to develop a Sam and Twitch series based on the Spawn comic book characters. Yeah, interesting play. I thought Sam and Twitch were coming into the rebooted Spawn movie. I think I read that Jeremy Renner was supposed to be playing one of them. Well, this news helped fire up their first appearance in Spawn #1, as well as their first solo series. And here is your book, guys. Sam and Twitch #1. Again, another book on my radar now, but I'm only going to pay cover price for that or under. Again, just a premiere issue. Not too much in the guts, but if I can make a quick flip, I will do just that. That Sam and Twitch #1 sold 21 copies at a 7-day trend plus 226% with a high sale raw copy going for $40. Number 11 on our list, and I've been looking high and low for one of these and I cannot find it at the moment. It's a book from Marvel from 1984, and it was recently announced that actress Jamila Jamil was cast on the She-Hulk to play a villain, and that villain is Titania. And Titania's first appearance comes in Marvel Superheroes Secret Wars issue #3, guys. And Superheroes Secret Wars has got quite a few nice little keys. Obviously 8 being the big one. But there's your book, the first appearance of Titania. I remember when that book was pretty cheap, and I wish now I'd snagged one. This book, the first appearance of Titania, sold 22 copies at a 7-day trend plus 170% with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for a whopping $555. We're into the big top 10, guys, and it's a pretty miserable start for me. Let's see if it can improve. Well, I'm off to a good start at least. It's a book from 1983, and a lot of the X-related titles that are currently out are actually showcasing the Alpha Flight. In fact, it was just announced that Wolverine will be leading a new team of Canadian freedom fighters in Heroes Reborn. And that's to the fact that all things mutant related are extremely hot, and you have this book, like I said, from 1983, Alpha Flight, issue #1. Yeah, there's a lot of goodness in this book. We got the first appearance of Puck, who was Eugene Judd, a superb fighter with no mutant powers. We got the first appearance of Marina, which is important. That's Marina Smallwood, the wife of Namor. We've got the first cameo appearance of Wildchild, who is Kyle Gibney. The first appearance of Madison Jeffries. The first appearance of Box, who is Roger Box. The first appearance of Tundra, a member of the Great Beasts. You've got the first appearance of the Beta Flight team, the Gamma Flight team. The first cameo appearance of Diamond Lil, among others. So it's a great book, and on top of that you've got the origin of the Alpha Flight team. What's the book doing? I mean, I actually read a rumor that the introduction of Wolverine will be against the Hulk, but it'll also be showcasing the Alpha Flight team. That would be excellent. Let's see if it pans out. Well, this book sold 48 copies with a 7-day trend of plus 100% and a high sale PGX 9.9, and we know they're a lot more lenient on their grades, but still on 9.9 went for $400. I paid £8 for my copy in November of 2019 at the Thornbury Con. It was called Geek Mania. I found another one since for £1 or so, which I flipped for about 20. Okay, number 9 on our list, and I've been watching the Loki show. I don't know what your thoughts are on it. I'm a big fan of both Tom Hiddleston and Owen Wilson. I'm expecting a little bit more at the moment. You know, I want a bit more action. It's all like the TVA and that, and you know. Okay, we've seen them now. Let's get some action going, and I'm hoping these next few episodes will go with that. And it's not to say I'm not enjoying it, but at the moment it's about a 6.5 for me out of 10. I want more. Okay, number 9 on our list, and this book is heating up because of the Loki show. Is the first appearance of Kid Loki. And he makes a reappearance in this week's top 10 with continued speculation that he will be appearing in the Loki TV show. Issue Thor 617 from 2010 is your book. And this is the first appearance, like I said, of Kid Loki, otherwise known as Surrey. And this book sold 20 copies at a 7-day trend plus 241%, with a wholesale raw copy going for $100. I paid £1.67 for this at the Birmingham Con of 2019. I've sold one or two of these as well for around about 15 to 20. So 100 I should have held on. But that was before, of course, Loki was announced and everything. Number 8 on our list, and I've just spoke about it, Sam and Twitch has been greenlit for their own TV show. And Spawn number 1 is your book. 8 on our list from 1992, Spawn number 1. We all know the book, guys. The first appearance of Spawn was Albert Francis Al Simmons. We've got the first appearance of Mel Boglia, Jason Wynn, Wanda Fitzgerald. First appearance of Sam and Twitch. And there's a pin up a pit in this issue. This is the second title ever published by Image Comics with some gorgeous Todd McFarlane art. Well, Spawn 1, believe it or not, sold a whopping 84 copies. It had a 7-day trend of plus 95%. And a high sale CGC 9.8. Now remember, when I first started doing this, CGC 9.8s were going for about $120. A recent sale has just gone for $304. For a mass-produced book, crazy stuff. Carbate Tony was the delivery for that, £1.31. Number 7 on our list, and I made a hot comic book alert about this character. And there was obviously in the Endgame movie, we had the funeral scene. It took a couple of minutes for myself, at least. I mean, I worked it out after, but who was the young lad at the funeral scene? Well, it turned out to be the young lad from Iron Man 3, and that is Harley Keener. And he has just showed up in his first comic book, Web of Spider-Man, issue 1 from 2021. Number 7 on our list is Web of Spider-Man, issue 1, but this is the Bagley variant, and it is a 1 in 25. This is a book I think has all the potential in the world. Here it is, guys. Nice cover. Mark Bagley usually delivers. Like I said, I struck and I picked up a couple of the regulars and one of the variants, but not that one. I would like to add that for a decent price, because if they're in the MCU, why would you bring him back for that funeral scene? Why would you now introduce him into a comic book? I think they've got plans for him. I can see him perhaps turning up in the Ironheart show. Maybe. Well, this 1 in 25 sold 40 copies at a 7-day trend plus 217%, with a high sale raw copy going for a nice $158. Number 6 on our list, another Marvel book, this time from 2016. And we're getting a lot of interest and anticipation now for the Hawkeye TV show that's coming to Disney Plus. And of course we are getting Kate Bishop. Well, this book, number 6 on our list, is really heating up. Hawkeye number 1, guys. Like I said, from 2016. Now, of course we're getting Kate Bishop. It's a nice cover. But I think people are going for this book because with Kate Bishop comes one of her associates or friends, and that is Ramon Watts, who later gains power in West Coast Avengers issue number 9. That's a book I passed on recently and wish I had picked it up now, because that one had gone a little bit quiet. This book believe it or not, sold a whopping 80 copies. It had a 7-day trend plus 118% with a high sale CGC 9.8 going for $349. I paid £2 for this in the Birmingham Con of 2019. Will we see Ramon Watts? I don't think we will. Time will tell. Of course, she then goes on to become Alloy in West Coast Avengers issue 9. Number 5 on our list. I'm glad this one made it. This is from 2007. And like I said, there are multiple sites that are saying that we are getting Scar into the She-Hulk TV show. And Scar's first appearance comes in What If? Featuring Planet Hulk, issue number 1. This is a book I picked up in April of 2020 online for just £10. Good luck finding it for that price now. Of course, Scar Banner is the son of Hulk and Kiera. He appears in this book as a baby. Still, this one shot went absolutely nuts. It sold 25 copies at a 7-day trend of plus 493%. And the raw books are selling for a high of $250 with a CGC 9.8 going for $600. Just crazy numbers. Like I say, that raw book that went for $250 is an all-time high sale for that book. And it's a great book. Do I think we see Scar? I'm 50-50 at the moment, but I do think he will be introduced at some point into the MCU. I liked him in, there was the Hulk Agents of Smash animated show. That was fantastic when he teamed up with the Red Hulk, A-Bomb, Scar and the She-Hulk and the Incredible Hulk. Brilliant show. A lot of fun in that. Number 4 on our list, and this is a book from DC, and I showed you the incentive earlier. This is a book that's just come out. Number 4 on our list is Nice House on the Lake, issue number 1. We've got the regular cover this time, guys, and I do prefer this cover to the incentive cover, actually. Oh, let's get out of that light. Sorry, guys. There we go. If I can find one of these, like I say, for cover, I'll pick it up. I ain't paying no more than that. What did it do? Well, it sold a massive 93 copies. Yeah, with a 7-day trend plus 275% and a high sale raw copy going for $20. It's continuing to grow as well. Number 3 on our list, and I just spoke about the character, Harley Keener. And last week Avengers Campus at Disney's California Adventure opened, and it is celebrated on this cover. I hope you pick this one up, guys, because I showed you this one as well as the regular. This is Web of Spider-Man, issue number 1. Like I said, the Disney's California Adventure Attraction variant, and that's a lovely cover, I think. I paid £3.65 for this on eBay, and we got the first appearance of Harley Keener, the reintroduction of Ohm, and we've got the first appearance of the Worldwide Engineering Brigade team. Ohm and Keener are both featured characters at Disney's Avengers Campus. So I think we're going to get more Keener going down the line. Well, this variant sold 64 copies at a 7-day trend plus 422% with a high sale raw copy going for $30. Number 2 on our list, a book from 1993. And some people that are better than me discovered that the first cameo appearance of the female Loki appeared in this book. Now, while it's not the same iteration that we saw in Marvel's Dark Reign Siege storyline, the recent spotlight on this early appearance sold a whopping 78 copies. What is the book, guys? Number 2 on our list is, like I said, from 1993, Thor Annual 18. Another book I've been on the hunt for, but with no joy as yet. There's your cover, guys. A very busy cover. Again, I certainly wouldn't overpay for it. Don't pay eBay prices. Like I said, it sold 78 copies. It had a 7-day trend plus 628% with a high sale raw copy going for a nice $40. And number 1 on our list go back, check through my alerts because they usually pay off, guys. Number 1 on our list from 2020 when it's just come out is The Web of Spider-Man, issue number 1, the regular cover. Yeah, this caught a lot of collectors off guard. Why this is, and this is why it is so sought after. People have turned to online sales, and it moved a whopping 153 copies, with a 7-day trend plus 396% and a high sale raw copy going for $32. I think I've listed my copy at £12.99. Not this copy, this one. Yeah, I picked up 2. Fill your boots, Dazzie. If I'm making a hot comic book alert, I'm following through on that and picking up the book. So that is my list, guys, for this week, my top 20. How did I get on? It wasn't a good week for me. The top 10 wasn't so bad, but the early days, oh my days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 50% for Daz. Let me know in the comments how you got on. As always, if you like what you see, like and subscribe and all that jazz. Thanks a million for your support, and bye for now.